G.I. Joe fans, Joe Motion Videos 82 here. It is time for another G.I. Joe toy review, and today we're going to be taking a trip back to 1985. We'll be looking at a pretty popular and hard to complete without going bankrupt vehicle called the Cobra Night Landing. This vehicle was very nice, one of my very favorite vehicles from the Cobra line that year. Great little vehicle, a lot of fun to play with. Comes with a lot of easily lost parts. It was available on the toys on the shelves from up until 1987, so this is not a rare vehicle, as you will see advertised on YouTube or on eBay. That's just a tagline that people use, rare. No, 2 years this guy had it running. It was not a Hasbro Direct vehicle, so that was actually surprising to me that it wasn't. Usually a lot of the smalls do end up in the Hasbro Direct bin, but this one did not. There were several variants of this that ended up being remade throughout the years. 2007 to 2014, it popped up in the modern era. The original retail price on this bad boy was a whopping $2.77. Can you believe that? $2.77, just a few cents more than an action figure. My gosh. You go to the toy store with a few bucks in your hand, I'm going to buy an action figure, then you see the Night Landing and you are, well, what am I going to do? Right? That's what I love about the smalls. Thank you for that kind word, that cool word, Theygone. He calls these the smalls. And that's true, they are the small vehicles. The smalls. The smalls. Yeah, the Smalls fleet. There you go. They're really fun. I love the smaller vehicles. They gave kids. I say this every time I review a small vehicle. They gave a kid a chance to have a vehicle that didn't have a lot of money. And that was something that Hasbro really focused on, and I appreciate that. They were inclusive when it came to that, and they didn't skimp on these vehicles. They didn't say, oh, it's a small vehicle, you know, let's skimp on the design or the craftsmanship. No, they went all in. The finest details on these things. They gave you a quality toy up until the 1990s. Well, 90s, they were just stamp and push, stamp and push, stamp and push. So these vehicles were very nice and are very nice. This particular Night Landing was a Joe-nation or donation given to me several years back by a viewer, New Jersey Ed. So thank you, Ed, for this donation. This one I cherish because of that. So more information on this. The box, I'll pull up the box art for you as well, had 3 variants. It just had the plain box. Then there was a triple win promo. It came with a scratcher card that you had 3 chances to win a prize, and the Sergeant Slaughter advertisement, the Sergeant Slaughter promo, where you could get your little mail-in slip to get your mail-away Sergeant Slaughter that took seemingly forever to receive. But we were patient back then. It wasn't an immediate gratification society. We didn't have information readily available at our fingertips We had to research. We had to go through books, kids. We had to actually go to a library. We had to do things to get information. So we're more patient back then. And I won't get on a soapbox, but yeah. So which seemed to take forever for that mail-away toy to come in. The day it finally arrived was like Christmas, and what a joyous day it was. I think I had a few Star Wars things that my mom mailed away for me, like the Hoth accessory pack with some weapons, and Anakin, the Spirit of Anakin I got. But other than that, I didn't have any mailaways until the re-release of Star Wars in the 90s. Then I got the Stormtrooper Han Solo from Doritos. Was it from Doritos or what? Anyway, this is not a Star Wars review. It's Night Landing. So let's go ahead and look at this beautiful Night Landing. What a beautiful little craft this is. It's a Zodiac boat, by the way. These could be deployed from pretty much anywhere. It's an inflatable raft. So let's go ahead and take a look at this bad boy. Alrighty, so you got the pictures of the card art, or the box art there, with the promos on the front. So here is this beautiful Cobra vehicle in all of its splendor, done up in Cobra blue. It had a perfect Cobra character piloting the boat, Firefly, and he was available, of course, during that time, and he was the perfect guy to drive this. The Zodiac is usually used for night landings. For special forces units use it, and it's easily deployed from a submarine or from the well deck of any boat, or any ship, I should say, and they could just take it out to where they need to go and move in and make their attack or get their intel that they're looking for. So the pieces that are very easily lost on this, let's go ahead and look at it. Pretty much everything you see here except for the boat. Seriously, the radio is easily lost right here. The shovel, I'll get in more detail when we're looking at it. The knife, machine gun, the forward machine gun was mentioned on yojo.com. The handle to the motor is often missing, and the prop. So those are the pieces that you need to look for when you buy this. But the knife itself is the piece that is the biggest bane for all collectors to get. This knife right here, it looks like a Bowie knife, too big of a handle to fit into any hand of your Joes, especially now with them becoming more and more frail. I put a Joe up for sale, was going to the other day, one I had multiples of. One of the original Green 13 moved his arm and it snapped right off. So that goes to show you how frail that they are, that they've become over the years. So yeah, it's just your standard Bowie knife done in green plastic. Not very well detailed, but it's a small vehicle, so they had to throw some extra accessories in to give you more bang for your buck. Gave you a little shovel here. This would be about the standard size for a pack shovel, or a ET tool, or an entrenching tool. So this was one that we actually used as a kid. I remember when my friend John got his night landing, we played with it a lot in the pool. When we were playing with it on the land, the entrenching tool was one we used a lot for foxholes and stuff. Radio, nicely detailed, and whoever put this sticker on did a very good job. I wonder if it was a kid's parent that did that, or a kid with a very steady hand. If that was me, that sticker would have been crooked. Very basic radio. Another sticker here on the side, hollow in the back. Another decal here on the side with the number 3 on it. So this would be radio transmitter number 3. Very important to have this to transmit any information back to the Cobra base. And it came with a submachine gun right here. This looks like Stalker's machine gun, but this is a grease gun from World War II. Very nice weapon. There'd be a flap, for lack of a better word at the moment, you'd open right here to eject the shells. Collapsible stock, so it's more of a machine pistol than anything, but pretty nice. You could that was used in the movie Dirty Dozen. Lee Marvin used it. So taking a look at the night landing craft itself, see, it's Cobra 878. There's a rope going all the way around. Another decal up here on the front. Rope is attached to a lot of cleats for the guys to grab onto, or hold on to when they're bouncing through the water. Here on the back, more pontoon shaped. Here on the inside is a wood deck, 2-seater. Comes with 2 oars that swing out to the side. These are mounted in pretty nicely on little mushroom pegs. They just slot right into these little holes. Here on the front is a swivel, a deck swivel gun. This one is on a peg. Not sure if this is a real world gun or not, but definitely need this one if you're coming in for a hot landing or make a quick escape. Pretty nice looking machine gun, and that mounts right here into the front. You could even see the detailing right here at the base of the gun. You see rivets on the metal plate down there. So they did not Hasbro did not mess around with detail on the smalls. Here is the handle. I'm not going to take it out, but this little handle right here to operate the motor that is missing quite often. The motor cover lifts off. Make a liar out of me, but it does lift off to expose the motor. Same concept and design as, wow, this does not want to come off, as the I'm not going to force it off, I don't want to break it, as the devilfish. And here on the back has a little prop, a little working prop that peg goes onto a mushroom peg, but the motor does swivel back and forth. Neat little boat. I really do love this thing. It is a lot of fun. I know we had a great time with it in the swimming pool. I can't say enough good about this thing. So much fun to have. Brings back a lot of memories just holding this thing again, and looking at it makes me want to fill up a bathtub and jump in with it, but won't do that. Too tall for the bathtub. I don't have one anyway. I just have a walk-in shower. So, community pool, here I come. Could you imagine the looks I would get from people? Middle-aged man in his 50s playing around with this boat in the middle of a swimming pool. You know, I bet a bunch of guys my age would flock right over to me. Be a good social experiment, wouldn't it? Whoa, you got the, I had that. I get that reaction when people come over to do service work on the house. Hey, I had that toy when I was a kid. I had this when I was a kid. I love seeing people's eyes light up when they see my collection, and that is the joy of collecting. Bringing out those memories and the old feelings from your childhood, and that's also part of why I share these childhood memories, not only to document them, but to help other people remember their memories from their time, a simpler time, when we were carefree kids just out having a good time with a hunk of plastic. I still remember very, very clearly, very vividly, all these toys, and obviously the memories as I share them. But the trailer park that we used to go to is where his grandmother lived, and we would go to go swimming. Actually, it wasn't too far away from the house that I used to live in Mesa, Arizona. But yeah, it was a great time, great time with this neat little raft. $2.77 brought hours and hours of joy to a kid, and it is bringing back so many memories to an adult. And hopefully this video will stay up for many years to come for people to enjoy. That's why I do this, just to document and share these memories with everybody. But thank you guys very much. Cobra Island, I have all the parts together for your request. I just need to get it assembled. So we'll get your request up, buddy. So anyway, that is it for the review. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I do appreciate you guys very, very much. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. That's a big help for this channel. Be good to yourselves. Be kind to yourselves. You deserve it. Be kind to everyone around you. You never know what type of day somebody's having. An ounce of kindness does go a very, very long way when somebody is feeling down. And be kind to your animals. They know nothing but unconditional love. So, until next time, this is Joe Motion Videos 82 saying good luck, goodbye, and may the force be with you. Bye-bye. Bye. Show's over. I have nothing left to do or say. Want me to use my flashbang? Flash. Actually a table lamp. Isn't that cool? Neat little table lamp. It goes flash and I throw it on the floor, it goes bang. Okay, we'll see ya.